this morning. I hope you are enjoying this beautiful weather. I think it's pretty beautiful out and are ready for what could possibly be a snowstorm in May. That's kind of exciting. So today is a strong and steady style flow. So keeping that in mind, sometimes it's nice to have blocks nearby, blankets, straps. I can hear my voice, so give me a second. So one of the things I'd like to remind you is that it's an all levels class, and sometimes we do postures that are a little bit more strong and a little more difficult just because it is all levels, but always listen for modifications. I try to give as many modifications as possible. So if you're new to the yoga business, there are other classes that I teach that are a little bit more steady and more alignment cued, but I try to keep that all in mind during these classes of all levels. So because it's strength and stability, we will be doing a little bit more repetitive strengthening and conditioning work. So let's go ahead. I know that sounds terrifying, the whole thing. Go ahead and lay down onto your blankets or mats. Place one arm on top of the other. Let your forehead rest. Let your eyes close. And try to kind of block out all of those thoughts of what I just said, that you think this might be too hard for you or something like that. It's going to be fine. You're going to be great. And you're going to be really happy at the end that you did it. So when you're ready, go ahead and lay down. Let your whole body rest onto the mat and start to take some deep breaths in and out. As you inhale, feel your belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the belly relax. Try to let go of your expectations of class and of yourself. But instead, just give yourself the opportunity to be present, to be aware, and to be around during this time. There are plenty of things that you'll need to do after practice, but for right now, the practice is the thing. Take one more breath like this, deep breath in, and deep breath out. And then when you're ready, take your legs nice and wide apart, bend both your knees, and start to windshield wiper your legs from side to side. So I know sometimes people show up a little late for this class. We're always doing the same thing every time in the beginning. So you know that you have a couple minutes to mosey online and figure out where we're at. This beginning practice is focused really on just grounding you into the practice, really just kind of bringing you into your mat and into your body. Getting rid of the hurry up and goes that sometimes show up before we start our practice. And let's take it from side to side, maybe one or two more times, just letting the body float from side to side. And then let's come right back into center and extend our legs. Once you've extended your legs, you can go ahead and press your hands into the floor and draw yourself back into a child's pose so that your knees are still wide, big toe mounds of the feet come together, and we just rest back into the heels as far as we can. If you are uncomfortable placing your buttocks onto your heels, you can always place a blanket or a rolled up towel under your buttocks and give yourself a little bit more room to work. Let your hips really draw back as you reach through your fingertips and draw your shoulder blades down your back a little bit more. And then from here, see if you can walk your hands over to the left. Again, you can use that blanket under you if you want or not. Reach through your right arm, look for a big stretch on the right side of your body. Look for some space, some openness. You can let the head rest on the arm or on the floor. And then take it all the way over to the right. Same thing. Reach through your left arm, big stretch. then inhale, let's come right back into center, big stretch into center. One more breath here. Next inhalation, bring yourself forward, come into hands and knees. So your hands come underneath of your shoulders and your knees come underneath of your hips. If you have some issues with your wrist today, take your hands a little further forward. It'll take a little bit of that pressure off your hands. We're going to inhale about 1.5 million times before. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin to your chest. And we'll do this a couple times. Deep breath in, letting the belly draw down. Lift your chin, lift your tail, let the belly expand. And then exhale, round your spine. Give yourself the opportunity to breathe between the two. One more time like this, big stretch in the front of the body, big reach in the back of the body. Awesome. Go ahead and inhale back at the center. Keep the hands under the shoulders now, so for those of you who have them forward, take them back. We're going to need a little bit of the strength of our arms here. We're going to tuck our toes. And instead of going straight into a down dog, we're going to take a big deep breath in, feel the belly engaged as we exhale, contract everything towards center. And then we're going to lift our knees off the ground, and it's considered a hover. So we're going to hover the knees. So hovering the knees, I know it seems like it's not too hard. If you're just watching, it doesn't look very hard, but it's actually pretty difficult. Engaging your abdomen, trying to keep your shoulders from rolling into your ears, pulling the belly button towards the spine, holding and holding and holding. Keep breathing. One more breath. Beautiful. We're going to take this straight into down dog. So start to stretch your heels to the sky. Reach your buttocks to the sky. It's a narrow down dog, so if you'd like to, you can take the hands forward a spot or two. And then start to walk out your dog. Bend one knee, lower the opposite heel towards the mat, and then switch. Take it through one, maybe two more times. Protecting your lower back, protecting your shoulders. One last breath. Awesome. Lift your heels as high as you can. And then maybe try bending your knees for a moment and pressing your buttocks back so that you're actually bringing your torso a little closer to your thighs. And then as you keep reaching your tailbone back and up and you keep that spine long, maybe you can start to straighten the legs and lower the heels towards the floor. Notice I said towards because towards is the word. We don't need to touch the heels to the ground and lose our length in our back, right? Remember, first down dog of the morning. Take one more breath here. Beautiful, and let's make our way to the front of the mat. Start to take little tiny steps forward, come all the way to the front of the mat. However you get there is fine. Maybe you want to have blocks underneath your hands here, maybe not. So then from here, we're going to forward fold and bend our knees a little bit so that our bodies can just kind of ragdoll towards the floor. Grab your elbows, shake out your head, soften your breath. Remember, your head's been down for quite some time, so we just want to come up nice and slow. Release the elbows, vertebrae by vertebrae, very slow, pressing through those feet, strengthening through the legs, working your way up as slowly as you possibly can so that your head comes up last and you can roll your shoulders back and let the arms rest down by your sides. Pressing through those feet as the top of the head comes up, so you're pushing down to elevate the top of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, just the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, lower the right arm. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale, left arm down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale to the left. Beautiful. Hold here. Press through your feet. Bend your knees a little bit. And then let's take that left palm and face it towards the ceiling. We're going to reach this left arm up. Tap the fingertips. And then inhale and let the left arm come back down. Exhale, lift. Open and spaced through the arm. Inhale, let it go down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, open. Last one. Exhale, lift and come all the way up. Big, deep breath in. And then exhale, lower that right arm down as you lean to the right. Hold here. Find the core engaged. So we're turning the right palm to face up. We're going to exhale, bring that right palm to tap the fingertips of the left. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift, big stretch. Inhale, lower it back down. Exhale, lift, keep the hands together. Come back to center, big deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. Maybe the blocks are next to your feet right now, or the hands could be resting on the floor. That's completely up to you. Let everything just kind of hang out here for a moment. Maybe shifting the weight towards the balls of the feet so the heels get a little bit lighter. On your next inhalation, hands come to the shins, big stretch. Exhale, forward fold, take it all the way down. Inhale, right leg back, come back into a lunge. Exhale, left leg back, come back into your plank. Lower down knees, chin, chest for a modification, or you can lower down halfway. Inhale, lift your heart, big stretch. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, right leg back. Go ahead and lower down knees, chin, chest, or halfway. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, all the way down. We're going to add to this. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Finding that nice high lunge to start. If you're feeling like this is okay, you can stay in your high lunge, or you can try lowering your right knee to the floor, untucking the toes, and just making sure this left knee's over your ankle. So holding the one that feels best for you and your body today. Keep the right hand on the floor or on a block, and take that left arm straight up into the sky. I'm having bra issues today, sorry guys. Push back through your right heel, roll your shoulder blades back, big stretch. Awesome, last breath. Push through your right big toe, or excuse me, your left big toe. And then exhale, lower your left hand down to the ground. As you inhale, we're gonna lift the right knee if it's down, and we're gonna take this left leg back, but we're gonna keep it off the floor. So, left leg comes back and off the floor. Now, a modification for this is to keep the right knee on the floor and just hold here. Left leg can stay back. This is a variation of a plank. You're gonna exhale and lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, pull the left knee into your chest. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your chest, lower the left knee to the ground, untuck all toes. Exhale, down dog. Breathe here. Or child's pose, always an option. Next inhalation, the right leg's going to come back forward, excuse me. Again, the left knee can be on the ground here, or you can keep it lifted. The left hand's gonna stay on the floor, and we're gonna lift this right arm straight up to the sky. Hug that right knee in. So pressing through that right big toe, making sure your left heel points up if your knee's off the ground, and you're really exchanging energy here by pushing back through the heel and pushing forward through the knee. One more breath. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Inhale, step back with your right foot. Let that foot hover. Remember, you can do this with the knee on the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull everything in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your chest, lower your right leg. Exhale, down dog. Or child's pose if you need to get off your hands. One more breath here. Awesome. Let's take this left foot forward in between our hands. So again, high lunge or low lunge if you feel like you need that knee on the ground for support and stability. Squeeze the legs towards midline either way. One hand and then the other onto your front thigh. Pull your lower belly in. Find that nice high or low lunge. Reach the arms up. Press back through your right heel. Engage your core. Stay breathing. Try not to grip the floor with your left toes. Instead, press down evenly, in or outer foot. One more breath. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale, left leg's going to hover. Remember, you can do this with the knee on the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, lower. Lift with an inhale into your up dog or your up cobra or your up. And then down dog or press back to down dog. Going right on over to the right side. Right foot comes forward. Knee on the ground. High lunge or low lunge. There's a whole modification process here, right? Breathing here. Left hip forward, right hip back. Stay with it. You're doing great. Awesome. Last breath. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, right leg comes back with a hover. I'm going to show the modification this time, so do it exactly the way you were if you're not modifying. Left knee would be down here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up cobra, up dog, back bend in whatever way. Exhale, down dog. Again, taking a long down dog hold for a child's pose, or rotate your wrist, or just to breathe. Focusing on that inhale and that exhale. Not rolling onto the pinky fingers, but instead pressing down to the base of the thumb and the first finger and spreading out. Last breath. Great. Going back into a lunge with the left foot. Left foot comes forward in between the hands. Nice. So then this time, if everyone can lift that right knee, that's great. But if you can't, then place the knee onto the floor. We'll modify as needed. We're going to lift up, come into that high lunge. So if you are in a high lunge, you're engaging your core, you're pulling your legs towards center, you're pushing back through that right leg, left knee's forward. Or if your knee's on the ground, same thing, just the back knee's not lifted. We're going to lift the right arm up. Take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take the left hand on top of the right, and then rotate the chest towards the thumbs. Now, if that's not your cup of tea today, you can do the original pose of having your hand to the floor. You can also choose to take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and reach your left arm back. You pick. Here we are. Whoop. Breathing. So much breathing. Don't hold your breath. Almost out. Beautiful. We're going to revolve out. So you're going to reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, float down. Inhale, step back, hover your left leg. Remember, you know the mod. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Big stretch. Big breath. Deep inhales and exhales. Roll it back, down dog. Nice, we're gonna go straight onto the right side, okay? Right foot forward. Arms come up. High or low lunge, your choice. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Right hand on top of the left, push back through your left heel. You can be here, or here, or here. Knee can be on the ground. Hold and breathe. Keep reaching back for your back heel. Keep breathing, drop your hips. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Inhale to center. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, step it back into your plank, but hold that right leg up. Lower. Push up. That's the worst part. Exhale, round. Pull that knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, down dog. Or child's pose. Big deep breath. Looking for strength and stability. Maybe a little stamina too. The 3 S's. And also just kind of moving through this, not thinking of anything else, right? Just focusing on getting through one movement to the next while breathing fully and adequately. Last breath. Awesome. We're going to start over on the right side this time. So the right foot's going to lift to the sky. Reach it as high up as you feel comfortable going, but see if you can keep the hips level. And then exhale, pull that right knee into your chest. Lift your left heel up and step that right foot between your hands. Right on. Come onto a high lunge. Arms up. Spin the left heel to the mat. Let the right knee be over your ankle and reach your arms from center. Hold here. Nice little traditional warrior 2. Finding space on both sides of your waist. Looking for your breath. Looking for your balance. Maybe looking through your right middle finger. Make sure your right knee's not rolling in. Strong pressure on the foot. Strong pressure on the back foot. Start to straighten that right leg. Take this left arm back behind you. Reach your right arm up. Look for a big amount of space. Create space from the wrist down to the hip to the big toe. And then engaging this right thigh, start to tilt. Bringing this right hand down either to a block behind your ankle, in front of your calf, or to the floor, whatever works best for you. Engage your thigh. Press that left arm to the sky. Breathe deep. Strong abdominal muscles here. Roll the shoulder blades back. Strong leg muscles. Stay with your inhale and your exhale. Move that right hip away from your armpit. Last breath. Beautiful. Bend your right knee. Come back through warrior 2. Take the hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers back here. Exhale. Keep the right knee bent and come into a forward fold. Right from the hips. Right knee stays over the ankle. Big deep breaths. 1 or 2 more to go. Don't grip with your toes. Inhale, come all the way back up. Warrior 2 again. Straighten that right leg. Beautiful. Turn both feet to face forward. Make sure the toes are in line with each other. Make sure you still have space in your hips and waist. Strong leg muscles here, right? We're not just collapsing into the legs. We're lifting out of the feet, into the hips, out from the hips, into the chest, out from the chest, into the sky, top of the head up, tailbone down, shoulders back. Arms come up. Big stretch first. Grab that left wrist, pull to the right. Inhale to center. Grab your right wrist, pull to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Little bend in your knees to take yourself down there. Little bend. So that little bend in your knees gives your whole back some time to open and adjust, right? It doesn't have to crunch down. It doesn't have to round. Big deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can start to straighten your legs, shifting that weight a bit more towards the balls of the feet and a little less heavy in the heels. Hands can come to the earth if you like, or blocks. Head can come down. For those of you who feel like doing a headstand, you can do a headstand from here if you'd like. We're going to be here for about 6 breaths, slow and steady. For those of you who aren't in a headstand, I want you to activate those legs. Let that tailbone lift. Look for breath. Slow, steady, full breath. Let's do one more like this. Awesome. Let's go ahead and lift ourselves up by placing our hands on the floor first. And then for those of you who were in a headstand, come on down, come back and visit us here. Left hand's gonna come underneath your chest, so directly from your chest down to the floor. And we're gonna lift this right arm straight up to the sky. Yes, breathe. Shift your weight forward just a little bit. Exhale, lower that right hand down to the floor. Inhale, same thing. Reach, left arm goes straight up to the sky. Shift that weight just a bit forward towards the balls of the feet. Awesome, one more breath. Exhale, take it all the way back down, wide leg forward fold. Maybe you can come a little deeper this time. And then from here, let's go ahead and lift ourselves up again. Hands to the floor first. Bend your knees. They've been wide for a while, okay? Hands to the hips. Push through your feet and rise. Awesome. Hold here. Make sure you find stability in those legs. And then from this position, turn your left foot out. Here we go. We're going to bend that left knee and come into a warrior 2. Arms come out to the side. Look through that left middle finger. Try not to grip the mat with the toes. Shoulders back and down, helping to lift the weight of your arms. Awesome, last breath. Beautifully done. Go ahead and take those hands behind your back. Move the arms away from you. Lift your chest. Exhale from the hips. Forward fold from the hips. Your head coming towards the wide side of your mat. Left knee stays bent over the ankle. Last breath. Press through that left foot to come up. Bring the arms out to the side, straighten your left leg. That's gonna feel really good. Take your right hand to your back leg, reach that space through that left side of your body. Good, engage that left thigh. Remember, we don't just hyperextend here, we engage. And then exhale, tilt the body, and come into your triangle today. Maybe this side's not as low as the other side, that's okay. Top of the head comes forward. Strong side waist, right? We're really reaching through the strength of our abdomen and legs. Keep breathing. I know, we want to hold our breath, don't we? Silly creatures. We're such silly people. One more breath. Awesome, warrior 2. Find yourself in a high lunge facing your left. So you're going to be facing away from you most likely. Arms come up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, step your left leg back, regular plank. You can just let the foot rest on the floor. Lower, knees, chin, chest for halfway. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Just give yourself some time to be the down dog facing a different direction. How does changing your position on the mat make you feel? Just keep breathing, nothing to see here, just a down dog on the mat. Maybe a child's pose. Okay, we're going to continue our rotation using the right leg. So we're going to lift that right leg again. And we're going to carry that right foot forward, right knee to the chest, lift your left heel, and then step that right foot between your hands. Come back through your high lunge. Awesome. Open up. Again, this time left heel to the floor, right heel stays down. We're going to get right into that warrior 2. And then from here, we're gonna lift our right heel off the ground. So you're coming onto your toes. Think of wearing a high heel here. Hold here and breathe. Stay with it. One more breath. Beautiful. Lower that right heel to the ground. Take your right elbow to your right thigh. Sweep that left arm by your left ear. Move your right knee away from the big toe. So we're pulling that right knee back a little bit. Press down through that left pinky toe side of your foot. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Take it right back through the warrior 2. Straighten that right leg. Turn both feet to face forward again or backwards, depending on which way you're facing me. And then from here, take a wide leg forward fold. So back down we go. Right on. So once you're in your wide leg forward fold again, you might just be happy where you're at. You might want to do your headstand while I talk. You might want to do a handstand, or you might be in some kind of weird crow variation, because this is an all levels class, so some of us are like doing some crazy acrobatics. And then some of us might just be getting used to the forward fold, maybe moving the arm placement, right? Finding different places for the hands to go. We're here for 3 more breaths. Crazy acros. Last 2. Last 1. Beautiful. Press your hands into the floor. Come up halfway. So your hands are on the ground. The top of your head's coming forward. We're going to walk towards this right foot. So you're just going to walk your hands towards that back right foot. You're going to get as close to the foot as you feel comfortable being. You can grab the ankle, the foot, the shin. You can place blocks under your hands. Or you can let the whole body come towards that right leg. See what's going on the outside of the leg. See if there's a stretch, but not pain. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way across to the left. Same thing. Coming all the way to the left. Whatever happens, happens. Strong legs. No hyperextension. Bringing your body across wherever that might be. 1 more breath. Awesome. Stay on that left side. Go ahead and place the hands on the floor wherever they can. Turn your left foot out. Come into a high lunge. Step back into a regular plank. Lower the way you want to. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. Big, deep breaths here. Awesome, guys. Really great job. Really great job. Just keep breathing. Whether you're in a child's pose, or you're just taking a seat for a moment, or you're in down dog, whatever it is you're doing it great. I'm so proud of you. Let's do 1 more breath here. Then wherever you are, let's go ahead and journey our way into the left leg again. So this time we're going to make 1 full rotation, moving from the left this time. So the left leg's gonna come up. Left knee's gonna come to your chest. You're gonna lift your right heel, hover, 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 and step. Awesome, very good job. Go ahead and lower your right heel to the floor. Some of you might need blocks for this because we're going to go into a balance. So for those of you who like blocks for Ardha Chandrasana, then have a block nearby. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Half Moon or Ardha Chandrasana, then have a block nearby because it means that you probably need it for this one. So once you're here, we're going to come up. Block is behind the left ankle. We're going to straighten this left leg, take our right hand to our right hip bone, engage our left thigh, take hold of the block behind our ankle. Then we'll bend this left knee, step the block or the hand about a foot from our left pinky toe, so we're outward a bit. Lift off the right heel, take weight into this left foot, carry that right foot in close to your left heel. You can stay here, or you're going to lift this right leg, flex the foot, and reach the right arm up. Right? Lift from the outer leg as well. Press through the pinky and big toe side of your right foot and left foot. Hold here. 1 more breath. Last one. Bending your left foot forward, turning your right foot out, placing your block behind your right ankle, bending, or excuse me, coming into triangle first, left hand to your left hip, bending your right knee, placing that block a foot from your right pinky toe, dragging that left foot in, lifting your back leg up. If that's in your practice, left arm comes up as well, flex the foot. Doing good, one more breath. Awesome, step back into your triangle. So move the block back behind your ankle, lower the left foot. Nice. Bend your right knee. Take both hands to the floor on each side of your right foot. Lift your back heel. Step back with your right leg into a plank. Lower. Lift your chest. Down dog. Lift your left leg. Hug your left knee into your chest. Step your left foot between your hands. Awesome. That block should still be down by this left foot. Spin your right heel to the mat. Carry your block with you. Come into another wide leg forward fold. Last one of the class, I promise. You have a block nearby if you would like to use it. You can take this into a more restorative version by letting your head rest onto a block at whatever height works. Some of us can put our heads right down onto the ground, so you can choose that one as well. Getting into that long hold here, but not just straightening the legs to straighten them. You're engaging your thigh muscles. You're lifting from the ground up into the groin, up into the tail. Taking one or two more breaths just like this. Awesome. And then from here, we're going to walk all the way over to that right foot. That was our last diamond wide leg forward fold. Turn your right foot out. Lower your left knee to the floor. Come into a low lunge. Reach the arms up. Interlace your fingers, press your arms to the sky, pull your core in. Find some breath. Try not to let your shoulders roll into your ears. Relax the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, move the arms behind you. Awesome, last breath. Great job. Go ahead and place those hands down onto the floor. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Step back with your right foot for a moment. Go ahead and shift back to down dog and then step your left foot forward in between your hands, lower your right knee. And because I forgot to lift the heel in warrior two on the side, we're going to do that here. Reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers, lift your left heel. One more breath. Beautiful, lower the heel, bring the hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Beautiful. Let go, hands come down to the floor, step your left leg back, knees on the ground, hands under the shoulders, cat-cow. Great job, guys. One more like this. Awesome. So then from here, we're going to go ahead and have a seat on our buttocks. We're going to let the legs come forward in front of us. Now, there isn't necessarily a need for blocks here because you can do this just by imagining a block. But if you have a block, I'd like you to place it in between your legs by your ankles. And then I'd like you to move the flesh of your buttocks out of the way and walk your legs out nice and wide. Now, we can turn this block so it's not as much work, and you can take this block down a height if it's too high. So whatever height you feel comfortable being. I'd like you to try and keep your chest lifted and your core engaged. We're going to flex the legs so that the feet are strong, the legs are strong. And we're going to lift this right leg up and over the block, and then up and out. Yep, it's super fun. Left leg up, over the block without leaning back too much, up and out. We're gonna do that 3 more times on each side. So right up, left up, left up. Nice. 2 more times. Right up, left up, left up. So if you don't have a block, you're just imagining a high height. Right up, usually a height that doesn't make you feel comfortable. And now, up and down. Nice, good job. Okay, so then from here, we're gonna move that block out of the way. We're gonna keep the legs wide for a moment longer. Nice engaged core, nice strong spine. Maybe sitting on a blanket here because we need a little bit of extra movement or a little extra height. We're gonna go ahead and take this right leg and bring it all the way over to the left. So you're gonna lift, carry to the left. Nice. Lift, carry all the way open. Now to the right. Left to the right, left open. Good. Right to the left, right open, left to the right, left open. 2 more. Right to left, right open, left to right, left open. Try not to lean back. 1 more. Right to left, right open, left to right, left to right, left open. Nice. Go ahead and forward fold here if you want to. Again, you might need to remove your buttocks flush here. Maybe not remove, but misplace, nope. Replace, whatever. Move the flesh. And then come into a forward fold. Maybe you're just here and kind of giving yourself a moment to breathe. Maybe the hands are forward. Maybe you want to walk to the left. Get a nice stretch that way. Then walk to the right. Get a nice stretch that way. And maybe you want to come back to center and just kind of wherever you can go. 1 more breath. Just a happy place. And then from here, hands come down to the floor. We'll bring those legs together. Now you can do that by just working one and then the other, or you can lean back a bit, engage your core, and bring them in. Long legs or heavy legs, so it makes your abdomen work a little bit more than you want to. We're going to go ahead and come into a twist, so the right knee is going to bend. The heel's going to come really close to the pelvis here, and you can also cross that right leg over your left, but I want you to make sure that the whole foot stays planted on the ground. The knee comes closer to the chest, so you're sitting tall. Left leg comes around the right, right hand comes behind you, and we twist. Maybe we just twist a little bit, maybe we twist a lot. Coming back through center, let's do the same thing, only this time we're going to do it with the left side. Left heel comes in, you can stay here, right leg stays flexed, or you can cross over the thigh as long as the foot's flat. Right arm comes across the front of the left knee, left arm behind you, and twist. Flexion in the right foot. Lifting through the center of the sternum. Great job. Come all the way out. We're going to place the hands behind our back. So the fingertips can face your buttocks here if that works for your wrists and shoulders. If it doesn't, you might want to find a place that feels more comfortable for them to rest. You can also be on blocks here if you'd like. You're going to point both your toes. So the modification for this posture is to bend your knees and come into what I like to call the crab. So this guy, right? This is crab, because I'm from Maryland and it was always crab in gym class. Or you're going to go into a reverse plank. So remember, your toes are pointed. You're going to press into your hands and lift. You're going to hold here for about 4 breaths. So 4, inhale, exhale. 3, inhale, exhale. 2, inhale, exhale. 1, inhale, exhale, and then lower down. Flex both your feet. Reach your arms up. Turn your torso to the left. Place your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand behind you, and just a little twist. Take it through center. Same thing to the other side. Left hand to the outside of the right leg, and twist. Come all the way up through center. And then exhale, and you can take a forward fold here. You can move the buttocks flush again if you'd like to, or you can bend your knees. Sometimes it's nice to place something under your knees, and then just forward fold. Wherever you are is fine. I like to rock a little bit to help release my hamstrings up a little bit more. Big toes push away. Little flexion in the feet, not much. 1 or 2 more breaths here. And then all the way out. Awesome. I'm going to rotate my body. You might be able to stay exactly where you are as long as you can see the screen's fine. We're going to lay down onto our backs. And we're going to enjoy this moment on the floor. So you're just kind of resting here for a second. Then from here, we're going to cross the right knee over the left. So you're going to cross up by the thighs, okay? So really crossing into the thigh area. Okay. So first, we're just going to hang out here. Then we're going to try and lift this left heel off the ground. And then possibly pull this left knee in towards our chest. If you can't stack the knees here, we're going to be grabbing the ankles. So the left hand will grab the right ankle and the right hand will grab the left ankle, kind of like we're pulling ourselves into a bow. If this is really not working for you, this is a good time to work on the variation of pigeon. So you can have your right ankle on top of the left thigh and just kind of hang out here. It's gonna be fine either way. So once you have tied yourself in a knot or decided to be in a pigeon, you're just going to bring the legs closer to the chest and kind of hang out here. Getting into the outsides of the legs and hips. And just kind of being happy here for a moment. Finding some peace. And then we're going to release that tie, or we're going to release that pigeon as well. Or let the legs rest on the floor. Walk the feet about mat distance apart and just windshield wiper the legs from side to side before we move on to the other side. All right, let's try it on the other side, okay? So legs come back together. Left ankle can rest on the thigh, which will be just your variation of pigeon here. Or you're going to cross your left knee over your right knee. Start to lift that right foot off the ground. Grab hold of the left ankle with your right hand, right ankle with your left hand, and pull yourself into a knot or a bow and pull those knees towards you. Giving yourself time to just stretch out the outer legs. Or if you're in pigeon, giving yourself time even there to stretch out the outer thigh, outer hip. Right. So if this is really difficult, don't worry about it. Do the other version because it's just as nice. One more breath. And then release. Place your feet about mat distance apart again. And one last time, let's windshield wiper from side to side. Giving ourselves time to just release from the legs. Next time that both knees fall to the left, let's lift this left foot off the ground and place it right onto that right thigh. If that doesn't feel right on your knees, you don't have to do it. You can just let the knees fold to the left. Let's reverse, take it to the other side. So unlatch that left leg. Draw both knees to the right. Take your right ankle to your left thigh. It's okay if the knees don't touch the ground. You can put something under them if you'd like, if that feels better. And let's come back into center. And then from here, if you'd like to take one last forward fold or twist, now's a great time for it. Or if you have another posture that you really have been wanting to do in your practice today, this is a good time to do it. I'm going to curl into a little ball, maybe grab the bums with my feet, and give myself a nice stretch for my lower back. And then if you'd like to, if you're doing this with me, you can try extending your legs and just lifting your tailbone off the ground. Again, not a shoulder stand, but just coming into a forward fold. Most of my upper back is on the floor. I'm not resting on my shoulders or on my neck too much here. And I have my knees slightly bent so I can really stretch my lower back. And then bending both the knees, maybe coming into a happy baby, because everybody loves a good happy baby. And then coming back into center and placing your feet onto the floor. And then if you're finishing up any of your postures, if they're two-sided, make sure you finish up both sides. And then extend your legs, one leg at a time, and reach the arms overhead. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and take both legs and walk them about a foot to the right. And depending on how you feel here, you might like crossing your right ankle over your left, or your left ankle over your right, as long as it doesn't hurt anything. You don't want to be in pain. You can grab hold of your left wrist and pull gently to the right as well. Look for a big open space from the left wrist all the way down to the left ankle. And then coming right back into center, walk your feet to center. We're going to take it all the way to the left, so walking the legs all the way to the left. Crossing if you want to, but you don't have to. Grabbing your right wrist with your left hand and pulling to the left. Looking for a big stretch in the right side body. And then coming right back into center again and letting your arms rest down by your sides. Adjust your hips so you feel like you're really resting onto your mat comfortably. Maybe place a blanket under your head or under your hips or whatever, or under the knees even, if that feels more comfortable for you. Now once you're laying down onto the ground, close your eyes. Start to feel rise and fall in your belly. Allow the muscles of your face to soften. Allow there to be a sense of quiet in your mind. Allow the weight to shift evenly, both left and right sides of your body, evenly to the floor. See if you can settle into a feeling of deep inhalation and deep exhalation. You can allow a gentle calm to float over and within the body. You can feel the weight of your left leg, and your left foot, and left hip left shoulder, your left arm, your left hand. You can feel that weight drifting into the floor, breathing fully into the left side of your being. And then feel the weight of the right foot, the right knee, the right hip, the right ribs, and the right shoulder, right elbow, wrist, and hand. And just bring your attention into the right side of the body, feeling the weight of the right side of your body getting heavier. If you can feel the weight of the buttocks, the lower back, the shoulder blades, and the bottom of your ribs as they rest against the floor. If you can feel the weight of your back torso against the ground, heavy and relaxed. You can feel the front of the right hip bones, the front of the pelvis, the navel, the muscles of the abdomen, the fronts of the ribs, the chest, the collarbone. If you can feel the heaviness of the front body resting upon the back and into the floor. See if you can breathe into the front of your throat, the sides of your neck, the back of your neck. And let the whole throat area soften. Softening the jaw and the tongue, the eyes and the cheeks, the bridge of the nose, the creases in the back of the eyes, and the corner of the eyes, the eyebrow, the center of the eyebrows, the forehead, temples and the ears. You can feel the weight of your head resting into the ground. And as you inhale, you can feel your whole body expand into the presence. And then as you exhale, you can feel the whole body release into the earth. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Pull your knees to your chest and roll to your right side. Slowly, coming up slowly. Press your left hand into the floor. And come all the way up, bring your hands together in front of your heart. If it is in your practice, namaste. If not, have a beautiful Friday, a wonderful weekend. Don't be too upset about things we can't change, like the weather. Thank you so much for being with me today.